Welcome to Silicon Scoop, where we dive into the latest tech news impacting the world. Join John Irwin and the Startup Coach as they explore the tech news that matters to you. Stay ahead, stay informed, and now on with the show.
The math that protects your life savings is about to meet its match, and Vitalik Buterin is already building the shield. Quantum computers are coming for Ethereum's throat, but the post-quantum roadmap is the blueprint to ensure the world doesn't crash when they arrive. What do you think about this, John?
So yeah, we've covered this a couple times when it comes to blockchain, when it comes to crypto specifically. So let's just talk about this as far let's break it down. So Ethereum security relies on a few cryptographic primitives, especially digital signatures and elliptic curve cryptography. And so these systems ensure that only the owner of a wallet can authorize a transaction and that validators cannot forge blocks. But quantum algorithms such as Shor's algorithm, which we've covered in the past, can theoretically solve the mathematical problems underlying these cryptographic systems far faster than classical computers. So we've talked about all that in the past, but just to bring everyone up to speed. So if a sufficiently powerful quantum computer existed, it could derive private keys from public keys. In practice, it could allow attackers to take control of cryptocurrency wallets, impersonate validators, or compromise blockchain consensus systems. So where Ethereum is vulnerable to quantum attacks, so Vitalik's roadmap, he highlighted four main components that could be vulnerable to quantum computing attacks. So first is validator signatures, which is used in Ethereum's consensus mechanism. The second is data availability schemes, such as KZG commitments. The third is wallet signatures used by regular users. And the fourth is zero knowledge proofs used in advanced applications. And so all of these rely on cryptographic assumptions that quantum computers could potentially break. And so to address these vulnerabilities, he's proposed transitioning Ethereum to a post-quantum cryptographic scheme. And one proposal that he has is to replace the network's current signature system with hash-based signatures, which are considered resistant to quantum attacks. And then another proposal that he had involves using Stark-based cryptography, which we've covered in the past, and recursive proof aggregation, which can maintain security while keeping transaction costs manageable. And so these allow Ethereum to verify large sets of signatures efficiently while using quantum-safe algorithms. So my question to you is, okay, Vitalik's talking about this for Ethereum. Are others doing this, do you think? And they're just not talking about it like Vitalik is? Because we all know Vitalik's super smart guy. Like, he's just phenomenal. Or what are your thoughts on this?
I don't know what everyone else is doing just because they're not talking about it, and I'm not in the GitHub or the open source communities with them figuring out what's happening because, I'm doing all that over on OpenCloud AI, and you can only have one obsession in today's world because there's just the information comes too hard and fast, right? So I look at this and I think it's great because we've talked about who is moving ahead on, quantum is coming and it's going to break everything and we need to be moved faster because every 6 months it moves from 50 years to 20 years to 10 years in that kind of pattern. So it's going to be here faster than we think. And it's good to see that Vitalik and Ethereum got it covered. I unfortunately don't know what the rest of the crypto or blockchain community are doing about this, but that's a great thing to ask our friends at the Futurist Conference and some of the other people we know to find out what is happening to harden the security for future on these things.
Yeah, shout out to Tracy and Laura Laparullo from Futurist Blockchain. Let's hope that they, if they don't already have someone talking about quantum and the effects that it might have, that they will bring someone on because it's going to affect crypto very soon.
So let me dumb this down a little, and excuse me for dumbing it down a little for the common folk, because John went through a lot of technical stuff. No, it's great. It's what we want to do. But the bottom line is Ethereum is overhauling its core math from how you sign transactions to how validators secure the network to resist future quantum attack. It's incremental migration plan to replace the current elliptical cryptography curve with a quantum hard alternatives. And this prevents a digital doomsday where a quantum computer could instantly forge your signature or drain your wallet. Think of this update like to change the locks of every door in a skyscraper while the building is still full of people. Right now, we use high-tech magnetic key cards. They're great. But just found out the next generation of thieves will master magnets. They can bypass them instantly. Ethereum isn't waiting for the robbery. They're swapping out the magnets for unpickable physical deadbolts, hash-based signatures, 4x4, so the residents never even have to leave their apartment. So that's kind of brings it down to the user level. They're rolling this out in phases. Short-term prep is happening now with full migration over the next several years. Did you have an indication of when they wanted this? I didn't see the date.
So it said the transition is going to take years because cryptography changes is going to affect every wallet and smart contract, and all the upgrades have to be secure and backward compatible. And so there's going to be a lot of testing that's going to be needed. But all I found was that it's going to take years. Which, do we have years? Let's hope.
Well, according to last time we checked, I think the last time it said we're down to about 20 years. So okay. I think we have years. So we'll see. I mean, what does that mean? Does that mean every quantum computer could do this in 20 years? Or does this mean, 3 computers in the world could potentially do this that are owned by militaries and the government, right? What does that mean? We don't know yet. And we don't know if it's actually 20 years or 10 years, right? Most quantum safe signatures are stateful, meaning you have to keep track of every signature you've ever sent to avoid reuse, a leaf in a Merkle tree, which would instantly compromise your key. The Ethereum Foundation has a dedicated post-quantum research team that you're talking about is currently collaborating with NIST, the National Institute of Science and Technology, to ensure new standards are globally vetted. So he's not just going to do his own thing. He's really working to make sure the top professionals in the world have vetted this standard and that it's going to work. Vitalik has also noted that if a QC, a quantum computer, suddenly appeared tomorrow, Ethereum could technically perform a simple recovery fork, but it would be chaotic. Hence why the roadmap exists to avoid the panic.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of complexity behind this, and obviously, you just talked about NIST, and there's other major tech companies that are already trying to standardize quantum safe cryptographic algorithms for future internet, and we've covered some of that in the past. But Ethereum's addressing it now because there's billions of dollars of value on the network, and I'm sure all the other ones have to be doing it because there's billions of dollars on the network of value on the network. So I think just Vitalik's a little bit more open about it, but I'm sure everyone's working on it.
I hope so. The Ethereum isn't just scaling for more users, it's hardening for a future where the current rules of physics and computing no longer apply. If you had to choose between a 20% increase in gas fees or a 1% chance of a quantum computer to steal your Ethereum in a decade, which would you pick? Let us chat. Leave us your thoughts in the chat and let us know. We're going to see you at the Futurist Conference in July. It's coming back out to town. I think it's 2 or 3 days. So grab your tickets because prices keep going up, and the earlier you get them, the cheaper they are.
If you're listening to it today, 2-for-1 ends on Friday. So get your tickets July 21st, 22nd at Rebel.
Tired of drowning in repetitive tasks while your competitors race ahead? Every minute you spend on manual data entry, scheduling, and routine processes is a minute you're not growing your business. Flowgrammer.ca transforms your workflow chaos into seamless automation. We build AI-powered systems that handle your busy work so you can focus on what actually makes you money. Our clients typically save 15 plus hours per week and see their productivity double within 60 days. Visit flowgrammer.ca for a free automation audit. That's flowgrammer.ca. Stop working in your business and start working on it.
What do you got going on, John?
Yeah, just plugging away, helping companies with government funding, attending events, probably startup drinks or Flowgrammer events. How about you, Craig?
Lots of stuff going on. I honestly don't know when this is going out. I have to check. I think it's going to go out in April. But there's all sorts of stuff going on. If you don't know about OpenClaw, it's the latest AI automation agent that's taken the world by storm in 2026. And OpenClaw Toronto chapter just launched. And we have all sorts of events going on. So check out openclawto.com. Our first demo night is April 14th. We have a Builder Cafe on April 10th. We have a bunch of other events. There's updates every day. We've deconstructed the latest 2 betas over the weekend that was launched in OpenClaw and what you should do about them. There's a bunch of articles over there. Go check that out. We're also over at flowgrammer.ca where we do N8N automations. We run the Flowgrammer community and do Builders Hub and connectivity for AI and business automation agents. And for everything else, head over to TorontoStarts where we hook up startups and investors at our Startup Investor Drinks. We do mentoring, we do workshops, we have a list of investors. There's a whole bunch of content over. You can also book me over there if you want a meeting with me to talk about whatever, help your startup. Check out TorontoStarts.com. But John, if people are looking for non-dilutive funding, where should they go and what is that?
Yeah, non-dilutive funding. We're talking government grants, tax credits. Come find me on LinkedIn if you have any questions. Right now is shred time, SRDD. But come reach out to me too. If you've got a startup, if you've got a company, reach out to me if you have any questions. And if they have company questions about their startup in general, where do they find you, Craig?
Yeah, find me at TorontoStarts.com. But John, just before we go, something's open right now, and it's closing May 31st. Thank you. Can Export. And what?
Yeah. So
what
if
should
you have
people
at
know
least
about that?
$300,000 in revenue in the previous year, and you're looking to expand outside of Canada, reach out to me, and we can put together. We can talk about an application for Can Export.
All the links we talked about will be in the show notes wherever you're watching this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave us a comment, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Silicon Scoop. We hope you enjoyed this episode's dive into the latest tech news. Stay connected with John Irwin and the Startup Coach on LinkedIn and subscribe for more insights and updates. Until next time, stay ahead, stay informed.